on.
Look at my body. How will I fight?
Freak out.
It's absolutely true.
Help
Help me, please.
I hope you're not trying to play any prank on me.
So, do you believe that in coldest regions, in countries when it's cold, the weather is cold, right? There are giant mosquitoes, giant flies that fly like this size, and sometimes they freeze to death in the air, and they just fall sometimes on people's head, like the mosquitoes, like in Vietnam, but bigger, like this size. Do you believe that is true or not? No? You believe that? You don't understand the question?
But I don't understand. But you can. No, help me. Help me, please.
Okay. Do you believe that's true?
No.
Well, it's actually false. So you won this one.
Okay.
Now, can you show us how would you react if something like this would fall on your head? So how would you react? That's fair enough.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. Okay.
Large mosquitoes. Yeah.
Giant mosquitoes like this size that sometimes freeze in the air and they fall to people's heads sometimes, and that's why people in these cold regions need to wear this thick fur hats that you might saw. Do you think that's true or not?
No, definitely not.
That's why people wear big thick fur hats like the Shankas. Do you believe that?
No.
Yeah, that's actually bullshit. Either way,
I was gonna say.
Guess I'll just do like that. Something like that.
freak out. Yeah, probably like that, bro. These mosquitoes just could basically fall on your head and just,
They're really that big?
Yeah, do you
Really?
believe that?
I can't say I necessarily do. Unless maybe they've been mutated somehow, I don't know, but...
Yeah, I mean, that could be possible if mutation was a real concept. But
yeah, it's true.
But it's actually false. Yeah, but
Yeah.
could you imagine actually that giant fucking mosquito falling on your head? What would you do? How would you react?
Well, yeah, I think I'd react probably the same as most people. I think, what the hell is that?
Yeah, I would fucking freak out.
Yeah, I'd freak out. I mean, you see it in Jurassic World, I think. They have those crazy big mosquitoes, but yeah, I don't think I'd react very well to a mosquito.
Do you think that's true?
I think this kind of questions is absolutely true.
Like in my country, just like I've told you, and some countries I've been to, I've not experienced such. I might read about them, but I take them to be fallacy, maybe till I see by myself. So I can't authenticate or validate what I've not seen before.
That's fair enough, because you don't have too much information about that. That's fair enough. That's actually false. But okay, so
you said it's false?
Yeah, it's false.
Which means I'm right, because I didn't accept to what I don't know about. So
Yeah,
I think
you kind of won this one. Yeah. Okay, now because you won, could you show us how would you react if a giant mosquito would fall on your head?
My reaction?
Yeah.
I don't think I can put myself in such a condition to see a giant mosquito either. But if I happen to see one, I'm gonna wave it off my head. I hope you're not trying to play any prank on me.
No, it's not. It's just questions.
Okay, no, if I see a giant mosquito, I'm gonna kill it off. Sure.
Use my hand to protect my head, or something like that.
Or something like that. Okay.
From the tropical nations, we don't have the habit of living in this condition. So maybe if we falling into these conditions, maybe we have the headache or something like that. Yeah, and we can't stand this condition well.
Well, that's actually false, but people really wear thick fur hats, but just to protect them from cold, not from giant mosquitoes. Yeah, so that's actually a made up fact. If you saw a giant dead mosquito falling on your head, what would you do? Yeah.
I mean, if it's falling on my head.
Yes.
Right now.
Yeah.
I will step away or do something. But if it's falling from above, how would I know?
Yeah, that's
unless
fair
it hits
enough.
my head. As long as it doesn't touch my head, I won't know. Yeah.
On to the next one. Do you believe that in Australia, kangaroos sometimes mistake people for other kangaroos, basically, and start fighting with people? Do you believe that's true?
I mean, I have seen the videos of kangaroo attacking people. Is it them recognizing other people as kangaroos or something territorial? I do not know.
Yeah, I don't think that's a scientific fact, but I think sometimes kangaroos do that, but
Yeah.
not like to an extent when we should determine that kangaroo do that and like other animals do not. It's just
Yeah.
like the same as other animals.
Yeah.
So now imagine there's a kangaroo in front of you about to jump on you and start fighting. What would you do?
No, I'm running away.
No, you're not fighting the kangaroo?
Not fighting the kangaroo.
Why?
Kangaroos mistake
People for other kangaroos and basically start to fight them.
I think kangaroos would fight people, but sure, yeah.
I think that's not really true, but but anyways, can you imagine a kangaroo just basically starting a fight with you? How would you fight a kangaroo? Can you show us that?
I don't know.
All right, that's it. That's
Yeah?
it. Okay.
I have seen them fight people before, but I don't know if it's because they're mistaking them for another kangaroo. I just think it's because they see them as a threat.
How would you do?
Oh, just do like that.
I would definitely try and fight it.
Be ready to beat the shit out of that thing, right?
I'd be holding my hands up ready to bang it in the face.
Take some distance.
Some kangaroos try to fight some people in Australia. Do you believe that to be true?
I don't believe that. I believe when you're gone, when you're dead, you're gone. I don't believe in all this reincarnation and all that.
Could you imagine actually if a kangaroo started to fight with you, how would you like try to beat it off or something? How would you push it? Could you show us that? Like, could you imagine that condition?
I know I can try with my fist to an extent. I'm very tall, so to an extent, if I can get any, but how dangerous is it?
I don't know if that's a goddamn big kangaroo. I think you'd still have a decent chance to fight it. Actually, yeah.
I think I'll have to carry out my research to see how dangerous it is, depending on the animal involved. If it's not that harmful, there are some animals that are friendly.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Yeah. But if it's an animal that is so harmful, maybe let me say, for example, the tiger, also I'll have to fight for my life. So the animal you're talking about, I don't really know much about it, if it's harmful or friendly. I know it to be a giant animal, but I really don't know how it works and all that.
Yeah, I think it's a lot less dangerous than like a tiger or a bear, but definitely you don't want to fight a kangaroo, I think.
No, I won't like to. I will run for my dear life then.
I have ever watched some movies about the fighting between kangaroos and humans. Yeah, I guess, yeah, or I suppose in these circumstances, maybe the kangaroo, they live in the nature, in the natural environment, so they are not very familiar with humans. So when meeting or encountering humans, they try to fight or they try to attack humans. In that case, imitate, yeah, the actions of the kangaroo. If the kangaroo have these kind of actions, I also have these kind of actions, yeah, to them.
I mean, look at my body. How will I fight?
Yeah, bro, I'm the same. I'm the same, so I understand.
Yeah.
Do you believe in Florida some people keep alligators as pets and basically sometimes they go on a walk with them just going like this on a leash with like a dog or something? Do you believe that to be true?
Well, that could be true. It's Florida.
Yeah, I have no
Anything
idea.
is possible in Florida.
How you would walk an alligator like a pet, like a dog?
Come on.
Like a dog. Do you believe that's true?
Yeah, I believe that's true. I don't think I would walk with an alligator, but I guess I would just walk.
If the alligator is there, I will be walking like this.
Yeah, just
Crib walking, you know?
show, creep walking, showing off that you got those fucking moves. All right.
I think it would be pretty similar to a dog. I think we'd just have it by my side, chilling,
All right.
and maybe when I stood still, he'd be in between the legs, so he couldn't go anywhere. You know, just making sure he wouldn't scurry off into his natural home, maybe. So
Like
it's
that.
like, you're my alligator. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? I mean, I've got a fucking alligator here.
Yeah, you can't find a fucking swag like here.
No, absolutely right. Absolutely right.
It can be true, because there are no prerequisites for level of animals you can keep as pets. People keep pythons as pets. It all depends on the individual.
So do you believe that in Mexico there's a tradition of decorating cacti for New Year instead of Christmas trees?
Decorating cactuses?
Yeah, instead of basically trees, they decorate cactuses in Mexico. Do you believe that's true?
I guess it would do. Sure. Yeah.
Well, it's not really true, but if that was true, that would be pretty funny.
Yeah. They
So-
can do what they want. Yeah.
So imagine you're decorating a cactus and you got pricked by a needle there. How would you
Ooh.
react? That's gonna hurt, huh?
Yeah. You bastard. Oh.
All right.
Be very
Can you
careful.
imagine that? Yeah.
Be very careful with my hands because obviously it's painful if it stabs you.
Show us just what would you do? Would
Yes, it would be a bit stupid if I tried to, but like that. Ow.
Yeah, something like that.
Bad if no, I guess it. Wow. You know what? I think a cactus would be a pretty good thing for a Christmas tree. Think of
Yeah.
all the spines coming off. You can
Yeah.
hang all your decorations on them. Maybe some tinsel around the outside. I'm not sure if they actually do that or not, but
Yeah,
please-
that's actually
please tell me.
bullshit.
Bullshit.
But
Would be a cool idea though, no?
yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah. You
As a
could have it
concept, it's
outside your
interesting.
house as well. You could have a few of them lined up.
Yeah,
Have
for sure.
one massive one with a few arms out as well. Why
Yeah.
not?
So, do you think it's gonna hurt if you do that?
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want a little neighborhood child coming over and going, "Oh, what a nice Christmas tree." Goes to touch it, and now he's got spines coming out of his hand. But maybe he's feeling a bit more Christmassy. Who knows?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, can you imagine yourself decorating a cactus? How would you do that? Would you be careful, or would you just go all out and say, "Hey, this cactus, nah,
Yeah.
I'm not scared. I'm just nah."
You know what
Or
I'd
just
do?
have-
I'd get some big tweezers,
Yeah.
or maybe some chopsticks, and then I'd get the bulbul, put the chopsticks there, and then use it like that. Because I think if you use your hand, it's game over.
So do it doing the Asian way, huh?
Yeah, it's got to be right.
All
In
right.
the right place for it.
In Mexico,
Yeah, like so they decorate a cactus instead of a Christmas tree.
the history and things I know about Mexico got nothing to do with the Christmas tree or anything like that. I know about the Mexican duel fights and how they have to have artifacts of people that killed in the past and all that. So in respect to the Christian decorations and all that, I don't know about them. I don't know how religious they are in that aspect.
So basically, they decorate a cactus instead of a tree for Christmas. Do you believe that to be true?
Yeah, about the Christmas tree, yeah, not only in Mexico, but also in other places or regions in the world like Vietnam, we also have the Christmas tree or the cactus, as you just told me about that. Yeah, so I do believe that in Mexico, they also have the Christmas tree. Yeah.
Do you believe that in the coldest inhabited regions on Earth, the coldest temperature that's been recorded is minus 69 degrees Celsius? Do you believe that's true?
In the coldest region of Earth, might be
Yeah.
Antarctica, somewhere in
the-
Serbia.
Yeah,
It's possible. It is possible.
in the coldest inhabited by humans regions, the lowest temperature is like minus 70% Celsius. Do you believe that's true?
No.
Well, it's actually closest to the truth that you've heard today. The lowest recorded temperature is minus 69.5%.
Okay.
So could you imagine and show us how would you act like when you're freezing it when it's minus 69%?
Oh, my hands would get so numb. I wouldn't even want to move. Ooh. Yeah.
That's fair enough. Probably at
Yeah.
some point you'll be just dead from freezing.
Yeah.
It's not a good situation to be in. All right. Do you know how you act like when you're freezing?
Apparently, you go into some sort of deep sleep, in a way.
Yeah.
You know, you see in the Titanic, everyone's freaking out. But
Like in a freezing pot or something, huh?
yeah. I mean, you'd probably freak out for a bit, but then I think your body would kind of just go into shock, and you'd
Yeah.
probably just accept your fate at that point.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just gotta accept your fate.
Exactly.
All
Same with
right.
the mosquito.
How you act like you're freezing. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, I never go to the
cold places?
the coldest places in the world, but I try my best to imagine a place maybe in the north, in the North Pole, or we call that either Antarctica or in the South Pole or Arctica. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we have some conditions like you just told me about that.
A region of Russia that is so freezing. A vlogger posted it that is so freezing. So it's one of my lists today. Maybe probably before the year runs out, I would like to go to Russia so I can pay a visit to those areas. Maybe when I've experienced that, I can say. In respect to code, I don't know anything.
Can you show us how would you act like you're freezing? Like,
Well, if I'm freezing, I would just cover myself. Maybe get a blanket or something.
I mean, if I'm suddenly freezing to death, I will rub my hands to keep me warm.
that's
And-
fair enough.
And if I'm suddenly freezing, that obviously my hands are not working, they are going numb. Some conditions of frostbite. Might have to build an igloo, but it's a very best case scenario if I say.
Yeah, not much you can do.
Not much
there,
we can
right?
do, yeah.
Do you believe that in warm countries like Vietnam, people's nails grow much faster than in cold countries?
I think that's true.
Yeah, that's true. though.
Yeah.
So now pretend you're a tiger and do a funny clawing motion with your hand in the air. And you pretend you're a tiger.
Well, like, arr.
Yeah. That's it. All right. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
It could be possible, but I do not know the biology behind this.
Well, I think that's actually true. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
okay.
can you now pretend that you're a tiger and just with big fucking claws and just show something like in the camera, like you're a tiger
this,
stretching.
like
Yes,
this.
yes. Something like this, my man. Do you believe that in the coldest regions like Russia or Canada, penguins come into apartment buildings in the morning and block people from going to work, basically? Do you believe that's true?
No, I don't. I don't believe that's true.
Sometimes people actually need to learn the penguin language to fucking scare them off or something.
Oh yeah. Hey,
yeah.
have you got any penguin you've learned?
No, but if you could speak penguin language,
Yeah.
what would you think there would be like? Fuck off in penguin language. or
Fuck
something?
off in penguin language. I think it'd go something like, "Reho!" Something like that. Hey. I don't
that's
know.
fair. All right, you just killed him, my man. Okay. Do you believe that's true?
No, because they're only in the south, the penguins, and obviously you're talking about Canada and Russia. There's no penguins there, so.
Yeah, right. That's fair. Can trick you about that, huh? Okay. On to the next one. Do you believe that in the coldest places, people have such big ovens at home that they can drive them to the store? They open big gates in the wall and just ride the oven out like a car, like a real one.
Wow. Well, straight out of the house.
Yeah.
What was the? Will they drive out in their car?
No, they drive it. They just go inside the oven and drive it like a car. So basically, yeah, oven on the wheels or something. Do you believe that's
That
true?
would be pretty great. I don't believe it's true, but I could see how it's possible.
Well, actually, it's an old Russian fairy tale about
yeah?
a lazy dude driving an oven instead of doing stuff.
Oh yeah, nice. And you have the dials as your speedometer.
No, actually, there was just magically, going just like an Aladdin on fucking, carpet or something. Yeah,
Magic oven.
Magic oven. Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, that's all, I think. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, my man. That was it.
No worries. Lovely to
All
meet
right.
you, man.
Likewise, man. That's fair enough. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you imagine you're a tiger?
Yeah.
What would you do like with that?
Like that.
Yeah, something like that.